Today I'm going to show you 6 vehicles that I wish we had in the US. Number 1 is the Chevy Tornado. This Brazilian built coupe comes with a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine that produces 105 horsepower for all 3 trims. Those trims are the LS, LSAA, and LTAA. For all trims, power goes to the front wheels. Unfortunately, the inside of this vehicle looks like it's made with hard, inexpensive plastics. So as you may have guessed from those specs, that means that this utility coupe is very inexpensive. In Mexico, this vehicle is around $10,600. More than anything, I picked this vehicle to be on my list because of its quirky, yet classic exterior. Number 2 is the Ford Ranger. This is truly forbidden fruit for us in the US. We lost the Ford Ranger back in 2011. This one, however, blows the last generation out of the water. It looks much more aggressive than the last gen model that we had here in the US. In Mexico, this truck can be purchased in 4 variants with the least expensive XL trim starting at around $19,000. In Mexico, this entry-level variant comes with 4x2 traction, 164 horsepower, and a 5-speed manual transmission. If you step it up to the inline 5, you'll get a 3.2 liter diesel XLT variant that will get you 197 horsepower, 4x4 traction, and an automatic transmission. Now, before anyone loses it, I know that Ford has announced that they are going to sell this truck in the near future. I just wish that this truck had never left the US market. Number 3 is the Toyota Hilux. Why does this truck deserve a spot on my list? Well, like the rest of the vehicles on this list, it's inexpensive. The top of the line double cab SR model comes with a 2.7 inline 4-cylinder engine that produces 166 horsepower and 180 foot-pounds of torque. This truck costs around $19,300, and in my opinion, this truck is better looking than the Tacoma. Number 4 is the Nissan March. As far as I know, we've never had the Nissan March in the US, and it's a shame because it's a nice looking super mini. This car is built in Mexico as a Nissan March, but in other parts of the world as a Nissan Micra. In Mexico, this car comes in 4 trims. All 4 trims come with a 5-speed manual transmission or an optional 4-speed automatic, and a 1.6 liter that makes 106 horsepower. The top spec SR model is decently equipped with 16-inch rims, a few safety systems like ABS, navigation, and a sportier suspension. Still, this car only costs Mexicans about $12,000. Number 5 is the Nissan Kicks. I think that there is a demand in the US for smaller SUVs, so it would make sense for Nissan to bring the Mexican-built Kicks. This crossover can be had in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive variants. All 4 trims of the Kicks make 118 horsepower and 110 foot-pounds of torque from its 1.6 liter 4-cylinder engine. The top Bitono trim starts around $14,000. This vehicle looks well built because of the interior. At least in pictures, it doesn't look inexpensive. It looks very decent. This crossover should be brought over to the US because of the current small crossover trend.